What I like about it is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The wheel's already here. Okay.
Yes.
The Prism wealth building process, you don't have to start from zero. Charles and his staff has done a great job. And this isn't the only thing they have. I mean, if you go to their site, AAII.com, I'll have it on my site. I mean, they have investor classrooms. They have commentary on retirement, tax strategies, asset allocation. They have, in addition to this Prism Wealth Building Academy, they have a wealth building process toolbox that goes in conjunction with that. And they also have model portfolios, investing ideas. They do everything. I laugh sometimes, Charles, because I see some young bucks out there that'll come up with some app on a phone that says, hey, this is what you need to look at for retirement and to learn about retirement. I'm thinking, wait a minute. AAII was the original people that did that, still doing that very well. And everyone's just kind of copying what you're doing. What I applaud you on is still being innovative and coming up with things, which I'm assuming is a direct reflection of your interaction with your members and what they're looking for, especially with 10,000 baby boomers plus hitting age 65 every single day. That's a demographic tidal wave to me and you. How has AAII adjusted to that demographic tidal wave? Is this just step one of what you guys are working on? What's the future look like for AAII?
Yeah, we're always thinking about what problems do individual investors have that we can help solve. And so we're constantly looking at that. We're constantly inventing new tools. We came out with a My Portfolio tool, which allows members to track their investments. We've enhanced what we offer in mutual funds and stock screens. We're doing webinars regularly as well, Prism, but we're also looking at things we haven't met in holes. For instance, we'll be looking at retirement, boosting, what we have in retirement and really trying to combine that information into a single source. But you are always thinking about what challenges people have and what are people not thinking about. For our April AI journal, I wrote an article simply, it's the tentative title right now is 11 key retirement dates. And, it just came up from the simple fact that, you and I have spent many years in the industry, but for a lot of people, you don't realize that, at age, before they reach 65, they need to file for Medicare. They don't realize that, if I don't claim Social Security at age 62, I can have more money in retirement by delaying. Those little things are very simple dates, but if you don't realize when they are, it's very easy to get hung up and really cost yourself, money a lot of times. And so we're constantly trying to think of those challenges, to some of those pit holes that people can fall into, and really just trying to think about what challenges do investors have and how can we solve them.
I laughed out loud as one of your columns came across my desk. I think it was, I forgot, it might have been early this month. And it was, the title of it was, "Where Are Robinhood Customers' Yachts?" I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. Can you give a snapshot of you are a very smart person, and I really love reading your stuff, but you do have a dry sense of humor that is fun to read. Can you tell people where you were headed with that title, to kind of tease them to go read your stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a book written, I guess, in 1940 by Fred Shrewd, which is called "Where Are the Customers' Yachts?" And
Right.
Shrewd worked in the financial industry, and he just really went out the whole industry saying how they were basically enriching themselves on the backs of investors. And so it was a play on that. But when you look at Robinhood, we had this whole meme stock craze. I got curious, and I opened a Robinhood account, and I think right now my balance might be $100 in there. I just wanted to see what it was like. But for me to get approved for margin, for me to get approved for options was too simple. And they didn't know who I was, and it was just very easy to do it. And I do think, the idea of no commission trading is very beneficial, especially if you're contributing small amounts to an IRA or to a Roth IRA. The problem is when you gamify it, such as Robinhood, and then you obviously throw in things like Reddit, it's very easy to lose a lot of money. And the problem with when you look at Robinhood is they literally make most of their money from trading, and particularly options trading. And anyone can go to the SEC documents for Robinhood and see these numbers. The more you trade, the more profitable it is for Robinhood. But this is a case where what's good for Robinhood isn't necessarily good for you. And honestly, if you really want to just take full advantage of Robinhood, go in there, buy a very low cost ETF, and don't do anything else. You'll actually be a cost to them, and really any other broker. I'm singling out Robinhood here, but
Mm-hmm.
the whole industry is really based on getting you to trade more and getting you to use more services. And
Right.
some services are worthwhile. A financial planner or advisor that keeps you on track is worth their weight in gold.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of services just really designed to get you to trade more often and be more active. And there's a lot of studies out there showing that the more active you are, the lower your returns are going to be. And I know there's going to be some traders sticking their hand up going, well, I'm really successful. And I would just say, you're the exception, not the rule.
No, I agree with that. And it's, don't confuse a bull market with genius, as I always tell people. Hey, Stan the Annuity Man here. Did you like that little taste of my podcast, Fun with Annuities? Hey, if you want to see the full version, click the link and watch the whole darn thing. Remember, Fun with Annuities. Living the reality, not the dream.